Whoa, Kalimaz already charging in. As Diabolical already having to go for a Dark Pact. It's going to be a Mortal Coil. As the Monk and Demon Hunter already unleashing the hell on one another. Going to be Kalimaz trying to see if he can back up out of there. Diabolical looking to get himself a Decimating Bolt in. Does he have another stun? Kalimaz back out in the open. That is going to be a big damage on the Tyrant though. Is he careful? If he's not careful. Big bitty bone to Diabolical as he goes in for a wall. Going to be a karma for Corey. As he took a lot of damage from the Tyrant. Big whirling Dragon Punch. Diabolical might need some mobility or something to get out of there. He's got nothing. He's going to go for a big old port. But the Monk is going to end up getting for the big old kick. With Seavark not letting him go anywhere immediately. Hit him with a barrage. What the? Fade away. What are you doing? Fade away, you goober. What is this man doing? He's just pouring out. Colin Maz looking for the reset behind the pillar. He does have Mirrors of Torment tormenting him. Seavark does just play the Ventier, which actually works out really well. Not only does it give you a spell of another school completely Shadow. So if the enemy interrupts you, let's say on your mirrors or door, you're like, you know what, I still got access to arcane spells, so I'm fine. Seavark trying to set himself in a position to make sure there's max range versus Kalimaz, using that all the time to his advantage, trying to see if he can blast through Kalimaz. Massive damage with those missiles. Kalimaz under a ton of threat, ton of pressure. There's also going to be diffuse magic, and that diffuse magic barely kept him alive. That's going to be potentially big execute damage on Seavark. Kalimaz super low. Oh, big barrage, huge damage. Oh, that execute. Barrage is so strong. As soon as you get low, that's it, you're over. That man literally is like, yo, I am fine up until I get to 35%. Once I'm at 35% health, this is basically a ranged execute guy. My goodness. It looks like Fug is given an opportunity to at least get a little bit of a rematch with Seavark. Should be able to hit him with Hunter's Mark, right? Seavark going for that invis. Flare should get him out. Wait, I think he's still invis. Yeah, I think he's still invis. So Seavark can maybe wait until he picks up the eye. Is heading over towards the eye. Fug looking to get himself in a good position. He knows as soon as Seavark picks up. Oh, Seavark accidentally hit the wrong guy. I think he was trying to maybe hit it into that team. Potentially thinking maybe the Hunter is inside of that team, inside of camo. Sometimes stuff like that happens, but as long as Wolf is like, yo, doesn't feel offended from that, then he is good. As long as he doesn't take offense. Seavark actually just getting riddled with bullets, but the older time is going to put him back to where he was as if it never happened. Dora Shadows to reposition, and it's going to be the mage trying to see if he can get a better angle on Fug. It's going to be a scatter shot, big damage on a Fug face. And Seavark looking for that full reset. Man, this man's name is funny, but it's also very, very, very unfortunate because every single time if I say this full name, Fug Face, it's almost like I'm just dissing him. And I feel bad. That's why I'm just gonna call him Fug. And even then, you know, if I say something like, look at that Fug, it still sounds bad. Big damage on the Fug. It's gonna be big trouble. Big barrage to follow to see if we're coming up. Oh my goodness! This arcane mage just absolutely power grabbing over here. My god, this man is just tearing through these boys apart. With Wolfie looking to maybe get a better setup versus Seavark than the rest of that team. And this is a arcane mage versus an enhancement shaman. Probably one of the hardest matchup for a mage is a shaman. With all the purges, grounding totem, which Wolfie isn't running this time around, so I guess it's going to be one less thing for Seavark to worry about. But the range damage, look at that. And now he can go for wind strikes. So Seavark just has to avoid the shaman as best as he can, as humanly possible. Going to be the thunder out of Wolfie. As Seavark looking for the full reset. Door of Shadows doesn't get interrupted. Ghosters are joining in, trying to invis him. So Wolfie just burning through a lot of those offensives. And now maybe Seavark can get a setup. He just needs to make sure he doesn't get disrupted. Chain Harvest, again, just trying to fish with that wind strike, wind shear. But as soon as while Seavark is just trying to juke and cast, Wolfie just doing so much damage to him. Seavark cannot fall behind. He cannot let himself fall behind the shaman at all. But he's trying to play into the Mirrors of Torment, letting the wolves attack him, letting the Mirror Proxy give him more missiles. And he's just looking for a setup. Poly onto Wolfie. Wolves attacking Chicago for a second. Gonna be Seavark trying to just get interrupted. No interrupt for Wolfie, actually. Wait, could be huge for Seavark. Wolfie's super low in health. Potentially, Seavark could maybe make something happen. Big chain horse for Wolfie. Getting a lot of health recovery. Seavark heading into his ultra-time purge. Wolfie, super low in health, does get himself a massive heal. And Seavark trying to go for a barrage onto the totem of the shaman. I think it was a healing totem. We're just gonna amp up the healing surge for Wolfie. Definitely Seavark had himself a hell of a game here. Did Wolfie give up? Is he DC'd? Potentially? No, he's back. Okay, he's good. is gonna blast it out. The Seaver trying to see if he can disengage over to him, trying to blast him out, get him low enough. Can he do a big barrage after this? Wolfie with the wall right now. Could be lots of damage. Big barrage in the end anyway. Seaver potentially could still keep us pressed low enough. Wolfie trying to drop down the counter-strike totem. Seaver is gonna have to take it out. The wolves are gonna generate a lot of maelstrom for Wolfie to heal. Nova onto the shaman, waiting for the wolves to generate maelstrom. Gonna be Seaver trying to snap out the totems as best as he can. Wolfie recovering a lot of health there. Man, this is going to be a back and forth. The amount of healing shamans bring in, man. The amount of CC, utility, and self-healing and the range damage they bring in, it's just rough. It's just tough. And Seaver just tried to sit down and get us some food. I think Piety just going over to hang out with Seaver. Just to say hello, maybe say something to him. Maybe words of encouragement. Wait, did Wolfie leave? Wait, what? Did he surrender? Chat? There's a cowering. I think it's literally surrendered. He did? Oh, unfortunate. So who's it next? Is it going to be Snoo or is it going to be Pace? Unfortunate, boys. Well, I guess Seaver is going to have to go versus Pace. Super unfortunate. Not sure what happened. Potentially maybe a lag. Potentially other technical difficulties. But yeah, boy, Wolfie. Press the surrender button. Maybe he actually had to go. Maybe he had to leave. Or maybe he was like, you know what? I'm going to chill. I don't want to chase after a mage or this much. So he just gave up. So I guess a technical goes to the Seaver, but because it could technically be a technical difficulty, not much we can do about it. Seaver does blink away out of way from Pace though. Does Seaver play normal blink? It looks like he might be. Seaver trying to go for a polymorph onto the rogue. He's going to be able to get a touch of magic and set up. The rogue does not have a cloak of shadows anymore. Wait, Seaver could have the biggest damage possible. Pace, does he survive this burst? Oh, he's actually so low. Oh, Seaver blasting this boy out. Trying to get it slow into Snoo. Before he goes Snoo. I beam and he's gonna blink out of that. Is this mage playing normal blink? No, he's just hanging out by Wolfie. This man shivering. Somebody give this man a blanket, dude. I feel bad. Snoo is gonna have the demon spawning in. The demon, I think, for a second was attacking. Oh, look at it. Or maybe it was attacking the Kevin. Wait, was the demon attacking Kevin? Does the demon attack Kevin Slime? Because I know he attacks the demon hunter, but would he attack Kevin? It looks like Snoo is hanging out with that demon. That demon could remove the polymorph, so some of the other CC off of Seaver. Potentially with the poly over Seaver. Does not have a good angle on Snoo, but at least he does go for a bit of heal just to give himself a reset. The Arcade Dream, what's up, dude? So yeah, the Arcade Dream seems like it's real. Seaver trying to hold down the fort for the Our Boys Arcanes. Just try to create the biggest execute out there possible. Touching the magic with the Rune of Power. Snoo could be in big trouble here. Big missiles just burning right through him. Does get himself the I-beam. That's going to be a bit of leech. Seaver trying to make sure he got the range versus Snoo all the time up in case things go bad. Snoo cannot really engage with Seaver. Otherwise, he's going to silence himself and ruin himself eventually. I'm just going to put him behind. This is going to put him in a bad spot. But he's still continuing to try to make some plays. Try to see if he can continue shearing through the defense of Seaver. Eventually, the Smirrors are going to get him rooted. And there goes the root with a silence. Limited on what he can do. Can't still stun from afar. So that's stun isn't a spell. Snoozer below in health though. You should be very careful. Interrupted on Fleshcraft. Seaver just needs a bit more damage with a barrage, and I think it might be over. Snoo had no health whatsoever. Dora Shadows, I think he might have him stunned. Wait, someone's surviving. Demon form showing in. You gotta slay the demon immediately in order to be able to get some healing. Does get that health increase. Wait, does he? Wait, you're not glowing green. I think there's still a demon soul near you. Wait, Snoo, go back. I think there's a demon soul near you. Wait, does he realize it? Touch and magic get set up by Seaver as... Oh. Okay, well, that was way too fast, Seaver. That was way too fast. He just touched the magic and barraged him. My God. Is Seaver with a 4? I think Seaver technically with a 5. But I'm not sure what happened to Wolfie. Potentially, he just surrendered because he was like, you know what? I don't want to keep this duel going for too long. I'm just done. I don't want to fight an arcade mage. Or technical issues. Either way, Seaver with a 1v4. Trying to live the arcade mage dream. Dude, Ultra is nutty. It is insane.